Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. Today we are gonna do a couple of different things. First of all, I need to show you guys that I've pretty much finished the roof. So if we go over here, you can kind of see how it looks. So that's pretty good. Like, we need to do the ends of the roof still. We need to do the windows, and that's actually gonna be the first order of business here. Because if you recall, some time ago when I made the forge, I also made some glass. Now glass, the vanilla recipe for glass paints is still here, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna do for the windows here, because the glass paints, of course, you get a lot more of them per glass than you do if you just use the glass blocks. And they also do look quite good, so since we have a big, very pretty building here, I also kind of want to get some nice windows in. I'm just making sure to fill in the bottom 2 slots first, because that'll prevent zombies at least from entering. And yeah, we have enough for this floor, I think. So once we get this done, as you might have noticed over there, there's a green anvil now as well. I made the bismuth bronze anvil to kind of go with bismuth bronze and just normally bronze, other types of bronze smithing. So I also have some bronze ingots here that are still kind of warm from the smelting process. We have the anvil here, which of course needs the hammer, and I need to move my plan over there. And we need to make plans for whatever stuff that we want to actually craft out of this bronze. One of these things is a hoe, and I do believe I might be able to remember the hoe recipe. Yeah. Alright, so once we get the forge fired up, and the bronze heated, we can actually make the hoe now. I am quickly gonna make a bunch more plans, and then we can kind of make a couple of different tools with the stuff we have in here. I think I'm gonna make a scythe, for instance. I'm not gonna touch upon armor yet, because that's a whole different chapter. But at least some basic tools we can get smithing, and so you can see the process a few times. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I have made a whole bunch of different recipes now. So the first one I want to make is actually the hoe, because that's the most important one right now. So we get the hoe plan here, and then we need to heat up our stuff. So charcoal, and we can put some stuff in here, and then it's basically just the normal light it up. Sweet cheeks. It uses 1 piece of coal immediately, the rest falls down like towards the center, and then they start warming up. Again, the one down here in the bottom will warm up first. Then you can kind of use the rest up here to make some torches or whatnot. Torches are always a good thing to make, like they're quick to do, and it's something that you can easily do on the side while trying to get the rest going. Now, we cannot get the forge any hotter than it will go, so it'll go up around the orange here. And that's about the hottest we can get it, without having access to a bellows, for instance. So we're gonna have to settle for... oh, actually it's bright orange right now, or yellowish, thereabouts. But yeah, let's give it a bit more charcoal, and then we can leave it for a moment while it actually finishes. What I want to do now is actually go out to the farm here, because as you can see, we have some stuff that's grown now. If I press M a couple of times, you can see I reached the one that looks like an onion. The stone hoe will display the onion here and say, okay, what is ready to harvest and what is not ready to harvest. And as you can see, these ones, for instance, perfectly ready, so you can just right click those. This wheat or whatever it is ready, these carrots are ready, this grain is ready, this is ready, and these beans are ready. So we'll grab all that. And all the rest here, these are ready as well. All the rest here is either not ready yet, or the ground is actually lacking nutrients. Now this is something that was pointed out to me in a comment on the High-Stakes channel, and I actually did not know about that. But apparently when you just put down dirt, it will not have nutrients in it by default. It'll have to either grow grass or actually be allowed to sit for a season or whatnot. So that means I can't actually, with the stone hoe, this is the correct icon, the little thumbs up, I can't actually see what nutrients are in the ground. I'll have to have a metal hoe, and that's why I want to make that one first. Because we need to check whether the fields are actually out of nutrients, and we'll have to either replant them or let them sit for a bit. Oh shit, we actually managed to melt one of the ingots because I didn't have a ceramic mold ready to catch it. So we actually managed to melt one completely. And because I didn't have one of these to catch the liquid metal, it just disappeared. As you can see, now we have an unshaped bronze here, so it's actually melting all the way up here at orange. So these two are actually ready to work on. And this one as well. So let us make the hoe immediately. As you can see, we need to punch last, hit not last, and bend not last. And we need to move the green one quite a bit to the right. So let's shrink it a bit. Let's see, bend is to the right, hit is to the left, and punch is to the right. So bam, bam, bam. So we need to upset it a bit more. We can bend. Then we can do a, let's see, a very light hit, and then we can punch it, and that should give us the bronze hoe head. Again, as you can see, nearly perfect durability, and this ingot cooled down really quickly. Let's pop that in there for a bit, and then we can work on this one, hopefully. Now we don't want to make a hoe anymore. We want to make a scythe, I think, because the scythe we have is nearly broken. Bend first from last, draw second from last, and hit last. So bend, draw moves it a lot to the left, so we actually need to get it all the way like over here or so. We can shrink it a bit more. Upset. Alright. So we bend, then we draw. Okay, that's not good. Let's give it. This item has been worked. Oh god. I think I actually messed it up here. Let's see. Bend, shrink, hit. Yeah. I'll need to remelt this one. I messed it up. Alright, let's see. Put some charcoal in here, it's cooling down quickly. Make sure to keep it stocked with ceramic molds here. And we need to melt this one completely, so I'm gonna move that down there and actually hopefully can catch it quickly. This one should maybe be ready to work. Let's try again. Okay, bend, draw, hit. Nope, it's not warm enough. Again, it's very much kind of a feel process. Like you learn at one point exactly what temperatures the different alloys can take. And as you can see, the bronze here, it actually liquefies really quickly after it reaches the workable temperature. So you need to kind of keep a close eye on it. Orange, ready for work. Alright, let's see. We need to shrink. The hammer is dead, that's why nothing's happening. Alright. Let's see, bend. Let's actually just upset it a bit. Bend, draw, and very light hit. There we go. Bronze half blade. Also pretty good condition. And the last ingot in here, bright red, double star. Hopefully that's ready. Let's see, what do we want to make? Let's make a pickaxe. Draw, bend, punch. So we have the draw there, then the bend and the punch. Okay, so we want to make it a bit to this side. Okay, so we need to, let's upset it. Okay, draw, bend, and we need a rather heavy punch. Oh wait, that's the wrong punch. Damn. Right. Shrink. Draw. Oh god, we actually need to shrink this. Hold on. I drew it, bend, punch, whatever. This item has been worked. We fucked it up again. Or I fucked it up. I have as you can see, I don't have a lot of practice with the whole smithing thing yet. This is kind of at the point where my knowledge of TerraFirmaCraft starts to go into the not that relevant stage anymore. But at the very least we got the scythe, which we can finish off here, and we got the hoe, which is also decent condition, so not too shabby. Not too shabby. Give this one enough coal to actually get melted down properly. Molten down. And then in the meantime I can just quickly show you guys. It's, as you can see, the mode is on the thumbs up icon, and you can see this field here is lagging the orange, which I guess is what the soybeans use. Now this one here is lacking the red one completely, which I guess is what the wheat on it used before. And this one lacking the yellow. I don't know if these nutrients have any sort of name, but as you can see, these ones here, they actually consume the yellow one. So if there's no yellow, then they won't be able to produce more fruit. Now these guys have run out of orange, pretty much, and these guys are out of red. These guys are out of orange. But as you can see, the nutrient level there is quite low compared to here, for instance, where you can see the there's actually, just judging from my screen, it looks like something like 2 centimeters on my screen, whereas over here we only have 1. So like the soil over here is not nearly as fertile as it is on this part where there used to be grass. So that might prove a problem for us once we actually get around to, or if those crops should ever grow. Why is this one not heating up? Did we run out of coal again? Let's just give it enough. Come on, heat up. Damn it. Like, if we had all 4 ingots, I would also have made a knife, because I'm actually quite tired of having to make stone knives all the time. But yeah, we need to get this one properly molten, so that it needs... There we go. And we can take out the last bit of coal. Now this one should solidify in just a moment. There we go. And then we can try again. Now the pickaxe draw, that moves a lot to the right, then bend and punch. So it goes, if we line it up, bong, bong, bong. So we need to get it around here. Upset it a bit. And then we draw. And that's not going to be good enough. Damn it. Draw, bend, punch. There we go. Oh! Apparently that actually made a perfect pickaxe head. How about that? I just need to screw it up enough times and then click on stuff out of desperation, and all of a sudden we have a perfect pickaxe head. Beautiful. Alright, so field nutrition. That's an issue. I don't know if there's actually any way we can add nutrition yet, or we just have to like let it sit for a sufficiently long time. Like, these crops likely won't even grow over here, and that's an issue. But I honestly don't know what to do about it, other than potentially moving the fields or planting something that matures fast, but I wouldn't know what that should be. Like, if we just make a comparison here, this one, which has grass on it, as you can see, it has a lot of nutrients. This one tile can grow anything because it used to have grass on it. So I don't know if we should if I should just dig up this entire area, let it grow grass again, and then replant. That would seem to be the logical course of action. But of course, it will upset my food situation quite a bit, because I've actually been waiting a long time for these crops. But at least these over here are doomed. They will never grow. So I reckon I'm just going to dig up this entire field. Put it down again, let it grow grass, and then, once the grass has grown, actually start using it. So, we got some fresh tools here we can use. That's good. We need some more tool racks as well to actually finish off this, or to store this stuff. And we need to start preparing for the next thing that I want to show you. Let's get this put in here. Actually, let's have a look and see if this recipe is actually as I expect it to be. Nope. So apparently bricks won't cut it. Let us just try with the stone then. Yeah, there we go. Granite cobblestone wall. Apparently there's not a brick version. Now what I wanted to do with this cobblestone wall is actually go up here. Just quickly move these ladders. They don't really serve a purpose there. They will, however, serve a purpose right here, because that allows us to get up here. So we can punch out. these bits of fats that we didn't actually want to put down in the first place, but kind of had to. And then we can put up this and kind of get a feel for how will it look if we continue this all the way through. So my ladder is here, and without sacrificing my life, we can go outside, have a look. And as you can see, that actually looks rather decent, in my opinion. Like, I find it's a good way to give a sort of a different texture, but also keep the ceiling airy so it doesn't... yeah, like, it gives a different texture, while still keeping with the same look. And I reckon this could be used with great effect to all the way around the house. So, granite, cobblestone wall. And that's the stuff. Now, the fats that we free up from this and the stuff I have in surplus in here, we actually need to use, because if you look at this little area here, there's a column there, but it's not actually supporting anything. I was thinking of maybe just doing a little roof extension like this right here. I don't know if that'll look stupid or it has to be sloped or whatnot, but at least it'll yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we need, what, 6 more pieces? We can do that. Six, and there we go. No reason to make extras. There we go. Beautiful. So that should pretty much, if we look at the house from the right angle now, it should actually look somewhat complete. Like from here. Of course it needs some windows up here, and I might need to put in like a divider or something in that window, because it's kind of big. But we'll see. But in general, that's how the house is gonna look. I'm pretty happy about that. There's plenty of room in there for pretty much all the stuff I'll need to put in. So yeah, this is gonna be really good. I'm also tempted to actually build like a proper pit kiln inside, just so I can have one easily accessible. Or we could potentially put one just down here or something, I don't know. Like, I want a pit kiln close enough so we can actually melt some ores. And then later on, once we, if and when we eventually get to a crucible, like, that's gonna need a lot of prospecting, because some of the more advanced metalworking stuff and the advanced alloys kind of require you to find pretty much every single mineral in the game. And just as you saw with the just finding the copper, finding one mineral on the surface is, or can be, quite a pain. Now, all the more rare materials and such, they don't exist on the surface at all. They exist in the bottom 2 layers. And that means you need to find a cave to explore. Pretty much, because mining a straight line down by between the second and third layer, you're not covering a lot of ground that easily. At all. Like, it's a very, very slow process. And a very slow process like that is bound to make someone rather, or go insane rather quickly. So the choice really seems to be finding or the preferred option would be to find a cave somewhere while digging. But that's again another thing, because as far as I know, there are no surface entrances to caves, except if you find a ravine. So pretty much, if you want to find a cave, you have to dig down, pretty much exploit one of your mines or something, and then happen to dig into a cave. Because chances are that you won't find one just by digging, and but again, let's, for the sake of discussion, say that we found a big cave somewhere. Then we need, first of all, we need some weapons and armor to actually clear it out of monsters. We need quite a few support beams if we ever want to mine anything out of the walls inside said cave. I'm just wondering if I can make some sort of pattern in the... Whoops, that was not what I intended to place. You need to have quite a few torches to light it up. You need to stop placing cobblestone wall all over the place where it's not meant to be. And then you also need to be lucky enough that you can actually prospect something through the walls, like that the cave runs close enough to whatever vein you want to find. And I think that's really the major heartache, because chances of finding a cave just by digging randomly, I think, are rather slim. Chances of finding a cave that has the specific ore that you're searching for and not something else. Like, you can affect the odds a bit if you search in a layer made of the correct type of stone, since certain ores only spawn in certain types of stone. But again, you have no guarantee that the stone that you're going to find once you finally dig down to the third layer is actually going to be one of the ore-bearing ones. It might as well just be more siltstone or whatever, and you're really looking for basalt or andesite. So the odds are very much against me, and I'm thinking you really have to enjoy the game or play with friends in order to make that process entirely bearable. And I'm doing this solo. I don't have friends on my on this playthrough here. I'm just me. And I think that's kind of working against me in terms of potentially finding any of this sort of stuff. Hold on, I need to get through here. So I'm thinking that in terms of this series, when it's gonna end, it might actually be... It will most likely end before the point where we try to really get hold of the big alloys like steel and such. There are still a couple of elements I need to talk about, such as animal husbandry, leatherworking. I have covered basic tailoring. There is really not much more to tailoring. There are no cloth armor, for instance. Cloth armor. Farming doesn't really have a lot more depth to it other than the nutrients. Like, as you saw, the soybeans used one type of nutrients, the wheat used another one. So if you, for one season you could place wheat on the entire field, and the next season you could place soybeans, and they wouldn't be competing with each other because they'd be using different nutrients. So you do crop rotation quite naturally. And that's pretty much the depth there is to farming. The meal system has a couple of extra quirks to it, but really again not much, because it's just a matter of finding a recipe that gives you a nice combination of stuff, maybe a special effect. As you've seen house building, you've seen the chisel work. So apart from stuff like animal husbandry and potentially armor smithing, I'm not seeing much more I can actually do in this series that'll keep the series fresh and actually introduce new concepts every single episode. So for those who love the series, I would not expect more than maybe 1 or 2 episodes on my channel here. The series on high stakes is going to continue for quite a while, because again, that's a situation where I'm with a bunch of friends. We have a blast just playing the game, trying to progress, trying to build big stuff. So there's going to be a lot more to go with there, but here at least, if I am to keep this as sort of an informative tutorial series, then I really don't have content for much more than maybe 2 more episodes. Just wanted to inform you guys of that. So with that, I'm gonna sign off here. Until next time, I am Jerry, and this has been TerraFirmaCraft. Remember to like the video if you remember. I mean, please, by all means, like the video. It helps me rank up in the searches, so more people will find it and be able to benefit from my experience. So it's for a good cause. Until next time, I'm Jerry. Bye.